Remember, as a police officer, when you fire your weapon, if you have to, you're responsible for every round that comes out of that weapon.
Frank is a police officer with the New York City Police Department.
I grew up in Manhattan, Lower East Side. If anyone knows where Cat's Deli is, the famous Cat's Deli, where you pay an arm and a leg for a pastrami sandwich, that's kind of my neck of the woods where I grew up at. Like I said, I played baseball since I was 5. I was fortunate enough to get us looked at an early age to go to a school, shout out Grand Street Campus, aka Progress High School. As I'm sure you know, most people, of Spanish descent or African American descent are really good, just so happens to be really good in sports. And, I come from a low income family, so I knew at a very young age.
Protecting a big CEO or protecting a celebrity, what's the main difference between dealing with
that's it? The main difference is if I get a chance to work in LAPD, or if I put the patch on for Burbank PD or Santa Monica PD, you still have that pride and fulfillment in the sense of you're protecting the community and you're serving with a purpose, right? That higher purpose. But for me, being able to, wear the uniform, put the patch on, right? And the uniform on and serve the community that, raised me into the man that I am in today, right? You can't even put that into words. But sometimes we get this misconception where people see 2 minutes of a video on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok and, oh, police are bad, and, oh, look at this, why did they do this, and why did they do that? And like the segue you gave about the car stop, that's a very dangerous, because we have this thing, in the inner workings, inner circles. Everybody hates the cops until you need them, right? And it's so funny because I always tell, I always joke around with my mom with this. I said, man, I should have been a firefighter. Everybody loves firefighters, right? Every opportunity to see in the car before we approach, especially at night. You get cars with tinted windows. I don't know if there's 1, 2, 3, 4 people in there. If one of them have a gun, if all 4 of them have a gun, or if nobody has a gun, right? But if you just follow directions, do what we say, things become much more easier, especially for myself. Again, I'm not looking to hurt nobody. I'm not trying to use my power to abuse, right? But if I see something I have to investigate, I'm gonna go investigate. We don't intend to hurt people. We don't intend to, kill people or things like that. We try to go out there and protect the community and keep people safe. And it's sad that you see videos, and some of those videos are accurate, and it's unfortunate, that some people abuse their power. Some men and women of the department, not necessarily my department, but all departments, some of the bad people that come in and make it a bad area. But that cop might be more seasoned than a person that works in Idaho, that may deal with crime, but just not the same level and type of crime that they deal with. Over here, you might deal with a lot of gun shootings and carjackings and violence, and over there it might be, thefts from riding, or, people breaking into people's house. So criminality happens everywhere.
I think you mentioned it, the staffing.
So
what's going on with that?
That's a great question, and I think I'm probably gonna ruffle some feathers or whatever the case may be. But the truth of the matter is that New York City, right, NYPD is one of, if not the largest department in the country. But I think the pay is not up to par with a lot of the rest of the country. When I hear defund the police, it's the most stupidest I've ever heard in my life. And I'm not saying that because I'm a cop. I'm just saying that from a regular human being's perspective. The same people that say that are the same people that'll turn and run as soon as bullets start flying.